let's put together a 360 fusion seat from NuCanoe. So as you'll see, this is the finished one here. We have 360 motion all the way around. It goes into the tracks. This is for our U10, Unlimited, and UMAX. So it's a really simple assembly. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is look at the components that we have. So this is our seat, and underneath you'll see there's our hardware bag there. So we'll cut that off and that'll give us all the hardware we need. Then we have our base with our 360 attached right there. So we'll cut that off. So the tools we're going to need to assemble this are going to be a knife for cutting off our components that we need to get access to, and two 7/16 wrenches. This one's a ratcheting wrench. Makes it a little faster, but it's not mandatory. So first thing we're going to do is get our hardware out and ready to be assembled. So you'll see that you have 8 bolts, we have 16 washers, and you have 8 nuts. So every time we use a bolt, we're going to have a washer on it, and every time we use a nut, we're also going to have a washer on it. So the first thing we want to do is take our 360 plate here, grab a top and a bottom, and slide them so we make that shape, just like that. Okay, what this is going to do is it's going to let us have an easier installation process. I start with the base. The number one thing that you need to keep in mind, it's a really simple installation process, but the head of our bolt, that's what's going to be wanting to go inside of our 360. So if you think about your 360 like this, for a bolt coming in, the head is going to be inside, just like that. We're going to go both directions with that. So if I have my second bolt coming in, and it's going the other direction, you're going to want your heads in always. That's because when your 360 is spinning around, you need the clearance for your heads to not bump into each other. So keeping that in mind, the first installation process is going to be taking our base, putting our 360 right on top of it, taking our bolts. We're going to take 4 bolts with 4 washers and just drop them down. Again, heads are up, dropping down through, just like that. And then underneath, we're taking a second washer and our nut, slipping it up and just getting them hand tight from the underside. Okay, so now that we have our bolts hand tight onto our 360 plate, it's time to tighten them up. So what I like to do is I take my 1 wrench, put it on top, and I have my second wrench come from the bottom. I have a ratcheting wrench. Oh my goodness, there you go. Tighten it up, and I get it mostly tight, and I kind of do a star pattern. So go across, get that one tightened up, mostly tightened. And again, I'm tightening maybe 85% of the way there. Far side. Repeat my pattern to get it all the way tightened down. Great. Okay, so now we have our base 360 plate. And turn our 360 like that. Now we're going to do the same process, but with the seat. So if we take our seat in, you'll see we have, let me pull it here, our 4-hole mounting pattern. That's just going to go on top of our base. Again, keep in mind, we're going to go up. So here's again a close look. Now we have a different angle on it. Your bolt with the washer goes up. So that way when our 360 passes over top of each other, the 2 heads don't make contact. So what I like to do is put 1 bolt in like that, hold it, and again, it doesn't matter which way you put your seat as long as it's like squared on our base, because it 360 swivels. So just take one of the holes, line it up, grab our bolt, hold it from the other side,
In frame.
just like that.
Up through.
And drop your washer on the top, and then drop a nut
Washer.
on the top as well. Hand tight down. So again, once you have the first one, it's a lot easier. Now here's a quick trick. So we have our 360 plate. You can see it kind of hanging off the edge there. Rotate the seat and the 360 so that the next mounting part is hanging off that same edge. Just like that. And now all we gotta do is get our second bolt ready. And drop it in. Fine. So we dropped our second bolt in there, and the nut coming over the top of it. Again, hand tight for all this. Now we have two, it's even easier. Just slide it over. Okay, and then we have our 360 Fusion seat. A couple things to note: when we open it up, like that, take your buckle, attach it, and you can set your, if you make this looser, your seat will go back farther, make it tighter, keeps it where it's at. One other thing to note is this strap up underneath. When we're traveling, if it's in the trailer in the back of the truck, you can put this like that. Keeps it from opening up. Okay, so now that we have a fully assembled 360 Fusion seat, let's go ahead and drop that onto our NuCanoe. On a quick side note, you'll see we have our assembled seat here with a 360 plate. We do have some height options, and that would be using our NuCanoe seat height kit, a 3320. So if you want to flip your base upside down and get it lower, or if you want to bring it taller than this, that's the product you're gonna want to use. There's a link down in the description. The other product upgrades are going to be around the 360 here. You can put a locking swivel in there, or if you're in salt water a lot, you can opt for the stainless steel version of our 360. So with all that said, let's go ahead and drop one of these onto our NuCanoe, and we'll see the final steps of our installation process. Okay, so the final piece of our 360 Fusion seat install is going to be dropping the seat onto our NuCanoe. As you can see, we have our T-bolts that were on our base. They are still on our main tracks here. It's a top load track. So take your base that you assembled. You can go either direction, but the long side forward gives us more support as we're leaning forward on our seat. So take your slots, feed them up over top of our T-bolts. Kind of reach up and under, you can get it to drop down. Next up is our spin grips. Just go ahead and spin grip that seat base onto the track. Like the name suggests, once you get them started, here, spin them, and then grip them to get them all the way tight. Okay, and there you have it, an installation on a 360 Fusion seat.